So it looks like Amy has a weigh-in Wednesday for us. So let's get started with that. It's 16 minutes long, so not too bad. I'm happy. It seems a lot of the people I'm reacting to are doing shorter videos. I'm not a fan of the 30-minute ones. They just take forever to respond to. But yeah, let's see how she's doing.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, could you hit that little red subscribe button down below and also hit the notification bell so you get notified every time that I upload and also when I do go live. Thank you, everybody, for standing by my side this week and encouraging me and sending me such great support through all my social media platforms. I appreciate it. Knowing that I have a lot of people behind me cheering me on is an amazing feeling, especially when sometimes you look around and you start diving into channels that you probably shouldn't be watching and you start feeling beat down. It's really hard sometimes to lift your head back up. That is something I'm really having to try and work on, is that I need to stop worrying about what others think about me and just do me and stop worrying if I'm making people happy, if I'm making people sad,
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that, because the thing is, you're never going to make everyone happy. You're always going to piss someone off. You're always going to anger someone. You're always going to, trigger someone something. I mean, it's just going to happen. So the best you can do is just be yourself. You just try to be respectful as you can. And, that's what I do. I try to be as respectful as I can. But there's going to come a time where I'm going to say something that maybe someone doesn't like. And if it's not something that is relatively mean or wrong, and it's just, them getting angry, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't have control of others' feelings. And neither should you. You only have control over your own actions, your own feelings, your own everything else. You can't control how other people react to you.
I'm letting people down. I need to stop worrying about that, because the problem is I know in my heart I can't make everybody happy. However, in my mind, I want to make everybody happy. So I try to adjust myself to everybody's opinions, to everybody's suggestions. And at the end of the day, I'm never going to be able to meet everybody's expectations. And so I'm always going to feel like a letdown. And that's a hard feeling to go to bed with every single night.
The important thing is that you meet your own expectations, not everyone else's. Everyone's going to have a timeline for you. I mean, look at me. I'm going to be 37 this year. I'm not married. I don't have children. I don't own a home. There are a lot of things I don't do that people would expect me to do. But, I'm doing things in my own time. I'm happy with how my life is now. I'm doing things for me. I'm doing a job I love. I'm going to school. So who cares if, I get those things when I'm 50 instead, or whatever. It's my own time. I'm not letting someone else set that clock for me, because, sorry, it's my life. I'm living it how I want, and you need to be the same way. This is your life. You're living it how you need to. You're doing what you need to. And you just need to forget about what everyone else says.
I know there's reaction channels out there that are reacting to me. I know that there's rumors running around about me, and that's why I call them rumors, because they're lies. And I guess self-image is a very important thing to me. So when I feel like there are people putting out there that I'm a negative person, or that I'm, this awful God person, it really affects me. Because as a human being and as myself, I always worry about what others think about me. And so that has been a major focus for me this week.
Yeah, I get that. I'm like that too. I do, in a way, care how I am perceived. In certain ways, you know, I try to carry myself a certain way or do certain things, which is why I'm always so cautious when it comes to a lot of things, because, you know, I don't want, well, first of all, with recording on your phones and stuff being so prevalent, you know, I don't want anything ever caught on tape of me doing something dumb, but also, you know, I do worry about, you know, what people will think, especially given what I do. So yeah, I get it.
And that has kept my focus more than what I needed to focus on. Not saying that I didn't do what I was supposed to do this week with my nutrition and things like that, but I could have given more time to my exercise than worrying about what others are going to say about me or do or whatever. I know there are a lot of people that have seen me plug in with Cupcake Vegan. I've been to 2 of her accountability groups, and I absolutely love the fact that there is a group like that you can go to, check in, you know, hear other people's success, see if there's other people that, you know, are trying to kind of, you know, they're failing, but they want to better themselves. So they have found this group to be, you know, something that's very helpful for them as well. And I really, truly have connected with Cupcake in a sense that, you know, again, when you fight a fight like you're fighting, you're always wanting to see the best outcome. And sometimes when you can't do that, you automatically feel like a failure. And
yeah, that's understandable. But you know, I mean, it's good to know that there are other people. Like I've been watching a few weight loss channels or people just starting out this year, and it's kind of nice to see that I'm not the only one who's trying to better my health. You know, everyone's going about it a different way, but in the end, we're all just trying to better our lives. And so that can be nice to have that system of people where you can look and see what they're doing.
You know, I think that there has been times where, and I am a person that I do this all the time, and I need to learn to stop. But I think I bite off more than I can chew, and that's when I make commitments that I shouldn't make, because I clearly cannot keep a commitment when it's a commitment that's just not even feasible for me to do. And I understand that keeping somebody accountable for what they have committed to is the right thing, and I understand that. However, I just, you know, last night I was kind of going through some comments on Cupcake's video, and there was 2 different comments in particular that the 2 commenters were saying negative things about me. And I felt like Cupcake, and I know Cupcake watches my videos, so you know, I'm just saying this to you as a message from my heart. And the reason I'm messaging you this way is because you message me through your videos, and I have respected that. And, you know, and I know that you only mean well when you're trying to correct and things like that. But I feel like last night, like, you kind of stepped on me a little bit. And when I say that is, I feel like you were agreeing with some of the negative comments that were coming up against me that were more like a bullying comment rather than a correcting comment, if that makes sense. And like one of the comments was, well, you need to stay as far away from Amy as possible. She's vile. She's this, she's that.
Yeah, see, I don't condone that. I mean, no matter what, unless you are in someone's personal life and you know them personally, you can't really tell the kind of person that they are from these videos. I mean, and the thing is that I guess I just don't understand why people have that opinion of Amy. I don't think she's a vile person. You know, I think she's struggling, and, you know, emotionally, you know, being a YouTuber can be difficult. She has a lot more followers than I do, and I'm sure if I ever get to a higher number, you know, in the thousands, that I'm going to get people that are going to say mean things. But I know who I am, I know my character, and I can only be myself. And, I think that that's all that she can really do, is just be herself. And if people want to think that about her, that's fine. And, Cupcake Vegan, I'm sure she's a nice person, but she probably, you know, I mean, maybe she sees the comments differently. I mean, if someone's saying that, the vile one, yeah, that's when I'd be like, no, there's no need to say that about someone. I don't believe in that. Like, I've defended Amy with comments like that because I don't feel like that's necessary. You can dislike someone's personality or think that maybe they're not the best of people without being cruel. And you can also not watch her videos or not. I mean, I know it's cliche and people are like, well, then why make the videos? But that's the truth. Like, I don't watch every YouTuber, out there. If I don't like them, I don't watch them. They can do whatever they want. I'm not a Trisha Paytas fan. I don't watch her stuff. I don't like a lot of mukbang channels. I don't like Nick Avocado. I don't watch him. So it's like, you can avoid these people, if you really feel that way.
She's a liar, and then your comment was underneath that was I'm afraid but I'm afraid but I agree with you, or something like that. Like, you were totally agreeing with what they were saying. And it's like, if you feel like I am a liar and you feel like I'm this horrible person, why would you make me feel like you are trying to help me? But then in the comment section, I feel like you are buddying up with people that are totally throwing shade my direction when I'm clearly trying, and you see that. Now, am I saying that you should not criticize some of the things that I'm doing? Absolutely not. I think if you're criticizing me through your video, that's different. But going into your comment section and totally blowing me with everybody else, I think is a low blow. And that just, it really hurt me. And I did comment back on your message like, wow, I didn't think this was the person you were. I really looked up to you as like a professional and as somebody that truly wanted to help somebody.
That can be hurtful, especially if that's the case. And she really did agree with a comment like that. That's very hurtful. Amy has been talking a lot about how she admires Cupcake Vegan. I don't watch Cupcake Vegan either. She's just not my taste. I don't know what it is. I think it's her inflection and how she talks. I don't know. To me, it gets to me. I can't watch her. So I don't know, what went on in her thing. But yeah, I can't imagine what that would feel like. It must suck.
But I don't think somebody that is wanting to help another person out would be lowering themselves to that level of agreeing with bullying and talking like that about somebody. That's just the way that I feel. I would never do that to somebody, especially if somebody's turning to me and saying, hey, you know what, I see you can help me, I'm on board, I want this so bad. I've been present to 2 of your your accountability groups because I see that I want, this is going to help me. But then I go into the comment section and I see that you are agreeing with people, or somebody was to see that I'm agreeing with somebody that's talking shade about the person that's truly trying. The comment should have rechained back to, that's your opinion, and you totally are allowed to have your opinion, but I also have my opinion, and whatever. Which, again, you have your opinion, and that's fine. But I guess I thought maybe our relationship was maybe turning to be a little bit different, because I was really looking at you for help, and I thought I was getting that. But when I started seeing shade kind of being kicked back in my face, it kind of hurt. It really, it's just something I wanted to bring up, and I'm not trying to dibble in drama, nothing like that, but Cupcake delivers her messages through her videos, and I want to do the same so that we're all on the same page. So anyways, that's just something I kind of was going through last night, and it stung a little bit. It did. I'm not going to lie and say that it didn't, but it's not going to stop me from my journey. It's not going to derail me. It's not going to do any of that. I'm going to continue to press hard. I know at the end of the day, the only person I have to lean on is myself, and I know that. anybody and everybody could let me down, and the only person that's going to matter at the end of the day is myself.
Yep.
But it's nice to have true support out there and true supporters that are willing to stand there and hold my back up and say, no, you know what, Amy, you can do this. You are doing this. Look at how good you're doing. Rather than siding with people that are talking nonsense. And
yeah, I agree. I mean, it really just come down to just what you're feeling about yourself. I'm going to apologize for any breaks I'm going to have in this. I'm going to have to edit this video because I'm getting ads because I'm signed in through my different channel. Like, I'm signed in directly through this channel, or through my YouTube, when I usually sign in through my other one and then just divert to this one. So my other one has pop-up blockers. It's premium, so I don't get ads. But it was giving me trouble earlier, so I had to disconnect from it. And so because I'm signed in directly through this one, and I don't have premium through here, I'm getting a lot of pop-ups, so it's, or a lot of ads. So yeah, I'm gonna have to edit this, just, let you guys know.
making the person that's trying feel like maybe they shouldn't trust you, when that was totally not even something in my mind. Like, I totally was trusting, your agenda, and I was trusting your work. You seem like you really know what you're talking about, and I really have hope and faith in you that you would be able to help me stay on track and give me great ideas. But when I'm seeing shade being thrown at me, it makes me tuck back a little bit, because I don't want to hurt myself at the end of the day. So anyways, enough of that. What else?
Yeah, I wish I knew what to say. Like I said, I didn't see the comments. I don't know what went down or what was said, but I definitely think when it comes to social media of any kind, when you're meeting people, you have to be very careful with who you trust. I know people who have had issues with people they've met through their YouTube channels and stuff, and the thing is, there are a lot of trolls. There are a lot of people who say that they're your friend, and then they end up not being your friend. So I always have this distrust of people. I just do. And I'm always skeptical even when I want to believe them. I'm still always skeptical. So sometimes you just have to put up a wall, unfortunately, with anybody, not give too much information, not give too much of your trust or your heart or your anything to them, because, yeah, stuff like that can happen.
My nutrition was right on point this week. I did excellent. I mean, honest to God, I did excellent with my nutrition. I did meal prepping. I bought fruits, so instead of having sweets when I wanted them, I switched to fruits. I did buy some frozen fruits to add with my yogurts. I was gonna make some yogurt blends, smoothies, but when I was looking at the calorie count, it's pretty high, so I decided not to make smoothies. But it wasn't as high in calories to use plain Greek yogurt with some frozen fruit in it, and then let the frozen fruit kind of melt a little bit. Oh, so good. Mm-hmm. But those were great breakfasts. Another thing is, I have been trying really hard this week, pushing out that I need to eat more, not more times, but that I need to be a little bit more aware of my nutrition, because I don't want to be under. I'm not going to say that I'm eating every meal, because I don't eat every meal. I just don't. But it doesn't mean that I am at all making myself starve.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest things. Not so much that I'm not eating every meal. I try to make myself, even when I'm not hungry, especially if I haven't really eaten a lot. But my biggest thing is getting my proper nutrition. I'm pretty sure I'm not, even though I'm trying, I'm staying under a certain number of calories, a certain number of carbs. I'm not, I mean, I don't know, I'm just not getting nutrition as much as I probably should. But that's hard too, to kind of average that out, especially if it's not something you usually do. I just eat whatever I'm in the mood for. And today I wasn't really that hungry, so my dinner was a sandwich. And I was fine with that, and I had a few Oreos after that. So it's like certain stuff like that. But it's something I'm working on. And, it gets easier with time.
I mean, really look at myself. I don't think I can starve. Not for a very long time. But my physical, my physical part, I am failing on. I will say that straight up. I did not move as much this week as I should have. I did start moving more at the end of this weigh-in week. So, I mean, I am doing my working out now much more than I was at the beginning. At the beginning, I was doing it, but I wasn't consistent. Now I've been consistent. I set my alarm for every hour. I get up, I walk, and then I do my wall push-ups. And then starting today, I'm going to start doing some stomach exercises as well.
Good. You're taking initiative. That's important. I went for a walk today. With the baby I care for. That was fun. He complained 15 minutes in, and it was like a 30-minute walk. So, needless to say, that was interesting. My blood pressure was a little high because of that. But I did it on Monday, and that one was fine. He did great. We both did great. We just went around the block. I'm going to attempt it again on Friday. I have to take a break each time just because it's a pain. It's easier to do it when I'm off work because I don't have kids to worry about, so I can just go do a trail, but it's good you're taking the initiative. It's important.
So that is something else that I have started doing. I am on my menstrual, so that is going to be a little bit of a downer this week because I'm trying to say this in the best way without being disgusting. I have heavy menstruals, and they usually wipe me out. Physically, I just am really drained because of how heavy I do have my menstruals. Mm-hmm. And it's always been an issue. That's why I have the IUD, and I thought I was supposed to stop my menstruals when I got the IUD, but I have not yet. So
it affects everyone differently.
But usually during my menstrual, I do have to bump up my fiber. And sometime, not fiber, sorry, my iron.
Yes, right.
Not my fiber. My iron, and usually my doctor has me take an iron supplement during the week when I am on, just because I do lose a lot of stuff. So, anyways, not trying to get too gruesome there. But I will say that I was still very successful, and I'm still happy with my week. Let me insert my weigh-in really quick so we can discuss that.
I forgot my notebook. I'm trying to keep track. As long as she tells us what she was before. Like, I don't keep track.
957 points. Okay, as you can see, yes, I am 457 pounds, meaning this week I had a 3-pound weight loss.
Nice.
It's 3 pounds.
See,
3 pounds.
I think I guessed
pounds. It's down. It's
around 3 pounds.
Could have I lost more? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say I could have, because
3 is good. I'm telling you what, 3 is good. 2 is average. 3 is good. Like, yeah, I know people are like, oh, she's 400 and something. So what? 3 is still pretty good. I mean, it's still a weight loss, and she's trying. And eventually, when she gets her diet better, exercise better, the more weight she loses, then it'll start to fall off a little faster because she'll be able to do more. So 3 pounds is not bad.
Every body is different, and you don't lose big amounts every single week, and I know that. I know that I am learning along the way, and so I know that there are going to be weeks where I lose more than others. This week again, I'm on my menstrual, so that could be playing a part in it. I don't know. I know my nutrition has been on point, but my physical has not. But at least the scale's going down and it's not going up. That's the biggest thing. Is as long as I see the scales numbers going down, then I'm accomplishing something. I would love a bigger number, but it doesn't mean just because I did not that I'm a failure. That just isn't even remotely true. So anyways, so last week I weighed 460 pounds. I am 457, and let's see what this next week holds. I know where I need to put a little bit more effort into, which is my exercise, movement, whatever, whether it's dancing with the kids or continuing to do my walking in the house, my wall push-ups. I just got to continuously keep moving. That's the biggest thing. I will say, though, that I have been very successful this week with not sitting down while I am cooking or while I am cleaning.
Good.
I have been standing. Well, when I'm cooking, I stand for almost all of it, except at the very end, my back will start to like scream at me. But I have been standing and cleaning the entire kitchen with no chair around me. And that's a success right there also through the week, is that I have given up my chair sitting while doing things. I just press through and I'm like, nope. Amy's big butt standing up. Sitting down, it's just not going to work. So anyways, you guys, I am going to close. I need to get some stuff done. I am going to record what I am eating for breakfast this morning, and then I've got a lot of things to get done this morning before it gets nasty out. We're supposed to get more snow, and I really am not looking forward to it because I don't want to be out in it. So, with that being said, I hope you guys are having a blessed, wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, well, she's losing weight, so that's good. I hope she keeps that up. I hope she doesn't let any of the negativity she's receiving get the best of her. It's not worth it. There are, 7 million people in this world? The likelihood that you're going to get some negativity is pretty high. So, I wouldn't worry too much about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. I noticed Jen did a video, so I'm going to respond to hers as well. I got to make sure I get the ad block or whatever back on here, because I hate when an ad just interrupts me. It's a pain in the butt. And she had like 6 of them. Or 5, I don't know. So, yeah, thank you guys very much.